It's a lot of things to take into account when you talk about being viewed as a top 5 quarterback. It's not a laundry list. This is a list that, it has to be taken very seriously.
It's all yours, Justin.
Yeah, so week 8 in the NFL, this list definitely has to be taken seriously because there are some great quarterback play this week in a week that we obviously talk about some great quarterback play, some terrible quarterback play, and then obviously guys getting hurt. But let me start off with my honorable mentions. First, got to give Kirk Cousins. He played a tremendous game of football until the Achilles injury. Kirk Cousins definitely makes honorable mention there. Derek Carr, Will Levis, Russell Wilson. So that if looking at those guys, and those are my honorable mentions, we've got an interesting top 5 ahead. So number 5, I got Justin Herbert. He had a 122.7 QBR, 31 of 40 for 298 yards and 3 touchdowns. Obviously the injury to the hand on his non-throwing hand, but still Justin Herbert came back out, played a good game of football, and that's why he's number 5 on my list. Number 4 on the list, Jalen Hurts. Yes, I do think Jalen Hurts was bailed out plenty of times by A.J. Brown, and that's why I am starting to lean even more so towards A.J. Brown being the league's MVP this year. But Jalen Hurts, number 4 on the list, still played some good football this week. 135.8 QBR, 29 of 38, 319 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did start slow, and that's why he's number 4 on my list. And number 3 on my list is the guy that I think outplayed him in that game, Sam Howell. Sam Howell, 114 QBR, obviously lower than what Jalen's ended up being. Went 39 of 52 for 397, 4 touchdowns and an interception. At the end of the day, the interception was it was a ball that was maybe a little too high, but at the end of the day, that hits receivers' hands. It's catchable. Receivers got to at least make a play to pull that down instead of popping it back up in the air. So I'm not necessarily fully giving him credit or blame for the interception. But Sam Howell, I think, outplayed Jalen Hurts in this game from start to finish, and that's why he's number 3 on my list. Number 2, you can't go wrong with the Dallas Cowboys, I guess, and Dak Prescott. Dak, number 2 on my list, 133.7 QBR, 25 of 31 for 304 passing yards, 4 touchdowns and the interception. Dak's starting to put together some good football, and the Cowboys are making some noise, but the real question is, are they ready for the Eagles next week? And number 1, finally appearing back on this list as the number 1 quarterback, and my number 1 quarterback in the NFL, Joe Burrow, 134.8 QBR, 28 of 32, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Believe was only sacked 3 times in the game. But the big thing here is Joe Burrow was moving the pocket. The legs looked great. He finally looked healthy, 19 straight completions, and looked like the Joe Burrow that we see plenty of times in the postseason, taking this teams to AFC championships, to Super Bowls. So Joe Burrow is definitely my number 1 quarterback performance of week 8. Let me know in the comments if any of these honorable mentions or anybody else I left out deserves to be in this list. Definitely come grill me in the comments. But, hey, if you like the list or even hate the list, go leave a like on the video.
No doubt. Will Levis, what a debut, man. Like, what a debut. I know Malik's your boy up there, but Levis had that opportunity, took it, and he's just like, no, it's mine. It's mine.
But I will say touchdown pass number 1, that was definitely pass interference there, DeAndre Hopkins, and it was just never called. So, but hey, it's your first NFL touchdown. I'll take it either way.